Derek Jones Jr. I'm tuning in to bFb.
Max, and you tune in to bFb.
This is Derek Lively, turning to bFb.
This is Dwight Powell, you're tuned in to bFb.
What's up, guys? It's Josh Green, tuning into bFb.
Dynamic duo. Dynamic duo.
Well, this is about to be like deja vu all over again. They all go Pacers. Except this time we here in Dallas and not in Indiana.
Oh, okay. So yeah. Yeah, man. Hey, same different day, same story. But I want to do a new plug. A plug, guys. If I can, if I will. Could you put your eyes on the screen? A new plug.
Okay, let me. Oh my God.
Tim Hardaway Construction established 2019.
This is not a real thing, guys.
Going worldwide across North Texas. Going countrywide. We even taking it worldwide. Tim Hardaway Construction. Coming to a city near you. Bricks away. What's up, Walt? How we doing?
I don't want any part of this.
Huh?
I don't want any part of this.
Yeah, man. We've been established since 2019, man. What's up? Happy Mavs Day. Happy Mavs game day. I mean game day tonight. I'm getting night. Last time we was on that, we was in the daytime, right? Now we're at night. I'm getting these L's all confused with each other. It's day or night. Night or day. Day or night. Night or day. We catching L's everywhere. Anyway. Mavs. Mavs and Pacers. Mavs are 34 and 27. Pacers are 34 and 28. Basically the same team, right? Both teams are 8th in their respective conferences. Mavs are favored by 4.5 tonight. Referees for tonight's game. Yeah, referees for tonight's game. Wow, you're gonna love this. Danielle Scott, Marat Kogert, and the
Barack Obama.
Huh?
Barack Obama.
No, Danielle Scott, Marat Kogert, and the world-renowned, world famous.
Don't say it.
Tony Brothers. Tony Brothers is in the building tonight to make sure that technical that the league rescinded of last game on Luka, he gets that right back tonight.
Who the hell left the gate open?
And to make sure the Mavericks catch another hot hail tonight. Injury report for both teams. Luka with an ankle, he's in. Derek Jones Jr. with a shoulder, he's in. Maxi Kleber with a knee, he's in. For the Pacers, Aaron Naismith, he's got a quad, but I think he's questionable, but I think he's in. And Douglas McBuckets, he's got a calf, he's out tonight. Let's get with the pregame summary. 2 8th place teams do some people call 2 8th place teams do what some people call basketball tonight, as the struggling Mavs take on the even struggling Pacers. Mavs have dropped 4 out of their last 5, and the Pacers have dropped 3 out of their last 4. The Mavs will with a ballless, gutless effort against the undermanned Sixers team as an 8.5 favorite, lose 120 to 116. That has some people questioning the scheme. I wonder who that was. Either way, with Tim Constructions in the building houses.
40 minutes tonight.
Building houses in the greater North Texas area, and Coach Stanalot.
Wow.
OAK still going that hill that he trusts him to go win him a championship. It may not even matter because Carlisle, Halliburton, Siakam, and Turner are in town. Hopefully, the Mavs can send them home with tears like Carlisle was 3 years ago. But probably Carlisle's probably going to send them with tears again. We'll find out. Mavs Pacers is my dear Walt.
I'm back.
My brother from another mother is back.
I am back.
As we have the Mavs and Pacers tonight, a team that has very big pace to another team that has has slower pace. Last time these two teams met, not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before this one, the Pacers ran them straight off out of the building.
What difference does it make? We caught a hot L either way,
and wasn't even close.
We caught a hot L 2 Sundays in a row.
It was Miles Turner's breaking out party. His highest scoring game of the season. But ever since then, the Pacers have lost 3 out of the last 4. So, the Mavericks coming back right on time for the Pacers. Said, man, we struggling. If you struggling, fine. Make sure the Mavs on your schedule. We get right back on track. So, Walt, what we see about this one?
Well, we know little Peyton Pritchard, whenever he see the Mavs, he say, yeah, it's time. Let me get my shine on. Every time Peyton Pritchard comes to town, he reminds me.
Well, it made me remind it again tonight. But anyway.
Man, usually I take the Mavs, but I might take the Pacers tonight. Usually I take the Mavs, but I might have to take the Pacers.
Hey, man, what you talking about? Listen, Coach Kidd said it. Tim Hardaway Construction established since 2019. We can't win a finals without him. That's what the man said. We can't win a finals without this man in this construction site company.
Kendrick, lower your camera a little bit. There you go.
He got it. He got it. Tim Hardaway got it. I mean, Coach Kidd don't trust nobody more than he trusts Tim Hardaway.
That's not what he said. He
don't trust anybody more than he trusts that man. That man literally went on that hill and took every bullet he can from Tim Hardaway. I'm wondering why in the world we got Jayden Hardy on the back page right there. We should have Tim Hardaway Jr. every night because that is the face of the franchise. Not Luka.
That is not what he.
Not Kyrie. Not Derek Lively. Not even.
You
not
are
even
a better broadcaster than
himself. It's Tim Hardaway Jr., the face of the Mavericks. We find out Max Strus was the face of the Cavaliers, and you're finding out right now. Heard Coach Kidd. Tim Hardaway Jr. is the face of the Dallas Mavericks.
You are a better broadcaster than this. Kendrick, I be wondering the same damn thing.
Yeah.
What you mean? We got the new AJ Lawson, new backup AJ Lawson. He might be getting some run tonight.
Nah, he ain't getting no run tonight. Tim Hardaway Jr. is getting 40 minutes tonight. Book it. He getting 40 minutes tonight. The only reason why he taking a break is because he's taking a water break because hey, let's just hand it to Luka and let him dribble the ball for about 2 minutes.
Don't encourage.
Listen,
don't encourage Kendrick.
Listen. We just have to face the fact it's Tim Hardaway Jr. and his dad's world. We just need to learn to live in it. It's all about Tim Hardaway Jr. according to Coach Kidd. You talk about taking a bullet for a man. That guy's taking bullets, arrows. He taking slingshots. He taking everything from Tim Hardaway Jr.
This is ridiculous. You're a better broadcaster than me.
What are you talking about?
I can't believe the way you just came out here and twisted the coach's words the way you just did. My God.
Listen, listen, guys. Forget what Walter said. Apparently, per Coach Kidd, we got no shot. No shot. Nada. No kind of chance of winning a championship without Tim Hardaway Jr. He's undoubtedly is the face of the Dallas Mavericks. Get used to it.
Okay. Well, should I even play Coach Kidd right here?
It's probably going to be 20 minutes about Tim Hardaway Jr. Maybe about 2 or 3 minutes about Luka and Kyrie because he done left them dudes behind.
Yeah. So. Doubt that. Okay. Let's go to Coach and hear what he has to say.
And also, he's just watching.
Let's see if Kendrick is wrong or
hey, look, he's smiling. Tim Hardaway Jr. must have whispered in something in his ear.
Come on, man.
That is cute.
What's in here?
I see that. That's nice. Hello. All right, let's enough about the Converse. Okay. Oh, Luka is available. D. Jones is available. Max is available.
It had different start tonight. A lot of pops. Last time you guys played, he was wide open.
Yeah, just have to account for him. He's a guy that can play inside out. Understanding in the post he can post, but a lot of times he creates space for those guys who like to drive. And Halliburton and he can play on the perimeter. And he was open on the perimeter. He took advantage of that. He was open in the paint. He took advantage of that. So we got to account for him. We got to make it a little bit tougher. Give him a little bit more resistance than we did in Indy.
Speaking overall, in the last 5 games, there's been a significant defensive dip from the previous 7 during the streak. Is there a overarching reason for that, a main reason for that?
Yeah, you look at since the All-Star break, we're 30th. So that's you can't go any lower. So we have to. We've talked about it. Everyone is accountable to participate defensively, and so. We have to do a better job. We're getting blown by too easy. We're not resisting the dribble. And so we talked about that. And this is going to be a great test of guarding the dribble. Halliburton, those guys can put a lot of pressure on you. TJ, when he comes off the bench. And so this is a great test about what we talked about. Now, can we take it to the floor and execute? And as Dwayne and Tim talked about trust and chemistry, we got to be able to help one another when we do get beat. And that's where we've been lacking here of late.
Jason, well, I know it's been a while, but what are some of the things you learned from Rick when you played for him back in the day?
What have I learned from Rick? I think just being prepared, his calmness. As a player, you come off the floor. He is one to be calm. He understands the situation. His vibe of giving the trust to his players, and so those are the things that I learned when playing for him, and then watching him coach. He's still the same. He is about offense. He is about scoring the ball. He was like that here too. He just didn't let a lot of us shoot threes like they do today. So he maybe in that case he held us back. But just his calmness. He's always positive with his guys, and playing for him, I saw that. So that there's a lot of positive things, and he's one of the best coaches in this league.
Some of the things that he taught you, did you carry it on to your coaching style today?
Yeah, my calmness. Just sitting on the sideline or standing on the sideline, understanding what's going on, and trying to give that positive energy back to those guys, understanding that if a team is on a run, if you're panicking as a coach or as a player, it does not help the situation. And so just staying in the moment, that's, Rick has done that, as a player in the 60s. And then as a coach today, he's he's his calmness and his he's a very smart man, and so he understands the game of basketball at a very high level.
Jason, you guys have mostly asked Derek Lively in pick and roll coverages to play drop. And in the moments that you have switched with him or you have had him show and recover, what have you seen and what areas for growth is there still with him?
Yeah, I think when you talk about a young player, just having a book on when you do red and just understanding a lot of times when you are ready, it's going to be an all-star. And we can use Halliburton as an example, understanding the tendencies and what you're allowed to give up. Not giving up a step back or a side step three, but, being able to get, your opponent to drive, and then you're going to win some at the rim and you're going to lose some, but, you believe that the bigs will win more than they lose. And so just being able to have a book on the different guys when he has to guard someone that's going to play off the dribble and not a big.
Got to talk to Alex earlier today. He's very excited to be here. What does he bring the Mavericks, do you think?
Oh, our new two-way?
Yeah.
I think when you talk about being athletic, he's going to spend most of the time in the G League, and so it gives us another opportunity to develop. We've done that at a very high level here, and hopefully we can do that with Alex.
Coach Kidd, in the past, y'all have talked about a lack of energy kind of being a reason to coming out flat. What kind of ways, as you as a coach, can you get your guys energized and ready to go? What kind of tactics do you use?
One is just go right at them and tell them the truth. It's really simple. You give them the answers to the test. You hold them accountable, and just understanding that's a simple tactic. Is being able to. There's no trickery. If you're not giving the energy and effort, it will drain your teammates. And right here of late, we've had that, for whatever reason, our energy has been off since the All-Star break. We've had one really good game or two good games, but we haven't been consistent with our energy, and we got to get back to that.
Given that, and I think I can't remember how many games it's been since February 14th, you've been behind at every halftime. Have you given any thought to tinkering with the starting lineup, coming out faster?
No. You don't lose the game at halftime. We've taken the lead in the third quarter. Our third quarters are pretty good. So to be able to mess with things right now because everyone has their opinion from the couch is really sad. But that group in that locker room trusts what we're trying to accomplish, and it takes 82 games. It doesn't take 60, and it doesn't take a half. And so it takes a season to understand what we have. We've been hurt. Guys are, we've stretched guys that played more minutes than they should. They're trying to make that adjustment. Sometimes when guys are hurt and guys get to play, they enjoy that because, they get to play more minutes than they normally would be asked. But we're trying to right now become a team that can compete with the best in the world, not just be the 10th or 11th seed, but to be able to compete in the West. And it takes time. As much as a lot of people would like it to happen overnight, it takes time. And one of the best examples is in Boston. That didn't happen overnight. And so where you see them today just didn't happen this season. It took years. And so, we have to slow down a little bit and relax and enjoy this process of becoming a championship team, which hasn't happened here in Dallas in a long time. But sometimes we act like it was last year that we were champions, but we weren't.
You mentioned liking that starting lineup and, coming out of the deadline and the All-Star break, you talked about kind of figuring out how all these pieces fit. How close are you to kind of figuring out what your ideal rotation is at this point?
Yeah, I think we got 22 games left. We'll know here and by the halfway point of that to understand what the rotation looks like going forward. But when you look at what we're trying to do is, continuity. We added 2 new pieces. We're trying to get those guys, get their feet settled. We got bodies back. Dante's back. He's coming back from injury. We would love for him to pick up where he left off, but it just hasn't happened yet. And so we're trying to work him back into the fold. So there was talk, I think someone brought that up, that we talked about starting him at one point. But to ask that question, would he start, is kind of silly because the team has changed.
I asked that, but thank you.
Oh. But, when you look at it, the team changed. So why would we, we got to pivot. That's the beauty about sport. Today it's what it is, and then tomorrow could be different. And the great teams and the great players are able to adjust. Just like we talked about Luka and Kai not coexisting. Now we're talking about changing the starting lineup, which is kind of silly, but it's a good question.
A silly good one.
It is. It gives some of you guys to be able to write and we can talk about. But we're very comfortable with the group, the 10-man rotation. I've said this before in the past. This isn't CYO where everybody gets 330, right? This isn't AAU where you get to do what you want, or if you don't get what you want, you leave. We're trying to build a championship team, and it's not easy. And everyone in that locker room believes that we can win, and that's the big part of trying to build a championship team. As I said here, Dallas has not talked about winning a championship in quite a long time, right? So now to be able to talk about it, that's pretty cool. We weren't able to talk about that last year or the year before, right? So to be able to build it takes time. And then when it does happen, you guys will all say someone was right or someone was wrong. It's really cool. I like that job.
Thank you very much.
It was a simple question.
Okay, so where was the harm in what he said today?
I don't know. After 2 minutes, I fell asleep because his voice.
Don't become blabbermouth to that trade.
Yeah, man. Listen, I got the key to the reason how the Mavs are going to win this game. I got the key. It's simple. If Tim Hardaway Jr. hits his first shot, the Mavs will win this game. If Tim Hardaway Jr. misses his first, second, third, fourth, fifth, or sixth, they will lose.
But can I speak to what Coach Kidd just said real quick?
I'm pretty sure you will. You always do.
Yeah. Can I speak? Because I'm the kid whisperer around here.
That's your coach.
What you guys call me yesterday? Yes man.
The yes man right there. Yeah.
Right. So Coach Kidd is right. Like, I don't know. Like you said, it's been a while since we won the championship, and everybody acts like we just won one yesterday. Like, bro, like he right. They lose they were on a winning streak. Everybody was ready to take us to the finals. They lose, and everybody, we suck. We go on a lose streak, now we suck. Like you said, it just takes time, bro. That's all it is. It just takes time.
Not me when they going to final. That be one that you were screaming at. Not me. I said you.
I wasn't the only one.
No championship.
I wasn't the only one screaming at though.
You got better, but you ain't win no championship. But
I wasn't the only one screaming at.
I don't know what's wrong with them folks. You ain't win no championship. No, you ain't better. There's some teams you just ain't better than. But yeah, man. Listen. The bottom line is they can say Coach Kidd can say what he wants. Everybody can say what they want. This team since the All-Star, I think that he talked about it. Doing the post game, last game, and doing this one. If the Mavericks defense don't change, they ain't going nowhere but to the house. Sitting watching the playoffs with you and me. Since the All-Star break, the Dallas Mavericks have been 30th in defense. They have given up 126 points a game on the defense end. You ain't beating nobody, especially good teams playing defense like that. We gotta have, like you said, gotta have conversations. Guys gotta talk to each other. They gotta know what situations they in. They gotta be able to communicate. If you're not communicating, that means you're not tied together on the defensive end, which means you're gonna get what you've been getting since the All-Star break. Guys hitting contested open threes, layups. You saw that against the 76ers. Guys, how many times at the end of the game the Mavericks need to stop and then giving up an uncontested three by Tobias Harris, or giving up a lane by Tyrese Maxey. How many times we saw that in the closing parts of the game? You got to be tied together defense if you're gonna have any kind of chance. Because look, I'm not saying you got to be an elite defensive team, but you can't be last. I mean, you can't be last and expected to win. But that's just my opinion on it. Let's get to the news you can use around the association, if we will. All right. Jeff Teague had a lot of things to say in his podcast a couple days ago. Jeff Teague doesn't consider Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic a top 5 duo. Whoa. Murray and Joker are not a top 5 duo in the NBA? Do you agree with that?
Murray and who?
Murray and Joker. They're not a top 5 duo in the NBA. Do you agree with that?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I mean, they're not lit. When you go through all of them, they don't. What's the name?
Well, they're not. They don't pop, or they're not highlight film players. So that's why not a top 5 duo. You know, they're on ESPN all the time. That's the reason. I would consider them a top 5 duo. You know, you got Giannis. You got Giannis and Dame. You got Tatum. You got Tatum and Brown. You also got Luka and Kyrie. And I put Joker and Murray up there. Listen, Murray's a 3-time All-Star. I think because he's not as, I guess, big time as those other players, they kind of lose sleep on him. But that man won a championship. I mean, they don't win that championship if he wasn't here. That man, I mean, to me, he doesn't get the star power he deserves. I consider, we always talk about top point guards in the league. I consider Murray a top 6 point guard in the league. I mean, legitimate in my opinion. I mean, that guy. If I didn't have Luka, I would take Murray in a minute, man. He's clutch. He's a good defender. He's not great. He's a good defender. He rebounds the ball better. He can run the team. He plays off ball better than any point guard in the league with playing off ball with Joker. He's a great shooter. Yeah, man. That's just my opinion. All right. Moving on. Also, Jeff T got some good things or shocking things, depending on what type of side of the world you're on, to say about James Harden. Says James Harden is the 3rd greatest shooting guard of all time.
The 3rd greatest shooting guard of all time.
All time. I think he played more point guard than he has shooting guard in his career. But let's think about that. When we think of shooting guards, you got MJ, you know, you
Kobe.
got Kobe, you got D Wade,
Allen Iverson.
I mean, is he better than those 4? I don't think so. I don't think he's better than any of those 4.
Man, that list goes on and on. Tracy McGrady switched to the 3.
Yeah.
Before it was over with. You still got Clyde the Glide.
Yep.
I mean, James Harden could be like number 5.
Yeah, but I think either Jeff Teague, he's good friends with James Harden because he's not top 3 shooting guard. Come on, he's not.
I feel like I'm missing some. I feel like I'm missing some people.
Mm-hmm. But even that, I'll find out by the end in the post game. By the game, we look at. I'm gonna look that up. But James Harden's not a top 3 shooting guard of all time. I mean, that's the case. That means you knocking either Kobe. You knock either Kobe or D Wade.
He could be top 5. He could be number 5.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. If Jeff Teague thinks he's the top 3, that means you either knocking Kobe or D Wade off the list, and he ain't better than them guys. He just ain't. They're all around better. I mean, he's not even close to the defensive player. Those guys were all NBA defensive team. That were two-way players. I don't know if you really match it up. Is he better than Jimmy Butler? If you go complete,
that's another one.
Two-way shooting guard. I'm just saying. I mean, yeah. That's your boy. But let's just come on. Moving on. While the Mavericks have just kicked off, they're up 2-0. Wow, first lead. See how long they can hold it. Let's see. Let's get over to here. Okay. All right. Tracy McGrady says his top 5 players in the NBA, no particular order, are Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Luka Doncic, Joker, Jason Tatum, and Kevin Durant. Well, any problems with that list?
Say that list again.
He said Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Luka Doncic, Joker, Jason Tatum, and Kevin Durant. No Giannis. No Giannis in his top 5 players. Do you agree with that list?
I guess so.
So Kevin Durant is better than Giannis?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, agree with the list. I don't think so. I don't think you could put. Well, I'll tell you what. He said right now. So if we're going right now, I guess you can leave Shai out there right now. But I don't think Kevin Durant is better than Giannis right now. I mean, I think Kevin Durant. He's always gonna have his scoring, and we know that. But as far as a defensive player, defense impact, rebounding, and able to just control a game, Kevin Durant used to be that type of player, but I don't think he is now. So, no, take Kevin Durant off that list for me. All right, one more. Stephen A. Smith. I don't know if it was yesterday or today. Had his list of most deserving statues. Number 1, Steph Curry. Number 2, LeBron James, Cleveland Cavaliers. Number 3, LeBron James, Miami Heat. Number 4, Clay and Draymond. And number 5, Giannis. Whoa. Is his list correct as far as statues?
He had Clay and Draymond up there, and I was like, huh?
Actually, yeah, I'm thinking, that's 6. Actually, top 5. That's actually 6 guys in top 5.
I'm sorry, give me a minute. It's trying to say Facebook disabled my account.
What? What is going on? Oh, well, I'll continue the conversation.
Well, keep going. We good.
Steph Curry, he will have a statue. LeBron James, Cavaliers, he better have a statue. In fact, they better name the building after him when he's done. Hit the city. LeBron, with the Heat, he will. I think he have a statue there. But I think D Wade will be up there first before he. I think they already got D Wade statue on the way. Clay and Draymond. With Clay, if you had to pick one, Walt, which one would go up first before the other? Let's do it that way. Which one would go? Which one with both retired at the same time? Which one would go up first, Clay or Draymond?
Oh man, that's kind of a tough one.
We know Steph's going up first. If all retired. If but who would go up second?
I would say Clay first, and then Draymond.
I would say Draymond first, then Clay. I think he's more of a cult hero in the Bay Area than Clay is. I know Clay Splash Brothers, but I think he's more. I mean, he's more with the lifeblood of the city than Clay is. If I'm kind of making sense, trying to make sense a little bit. And also and 5 Giannis. Yeah, he's gonna get his. Giannis. I mean, yeah, he's the greatest. Is he the greatest Milwaukee Buck of all time? Or is he? Or is that Lou Alcindor? When he
Before he
was Kareem, he was Lou Alcindor with the Bucks. Okay, well he's the second greatest Buck, so he most definitely he'll get a statue. He'll get a statue. That's awesome. Yeah, and that is my news you can use around the association. Brought to you by us. What's up, us? Also, Mavs up 15-9. Timeout by the Indiana Pacers.
All right, well, shoot, man. I guess we'll be back at halftime while I try to figure out what's going on here with my Facebook account. It's trying to tell me it's disabled. It looked like the NBA did it again too. So we shall see. We'll see you at halftime.
Get ready.